going into it. Don't take these things in crowded, noisy, socially complex environments on an empty stomach with people you don't know. That this is definitely a bad strategy to follow. And it's, dancing your ass off in a noisy environment is a perfect strategy for clearing your system of a drug. I mean, if you take a drug you don't like, what do? You go outside and chop wood for 3 hours, and then you feel much better because you physically worked it off. The way I like to do these things is in silent darkness, on an empty stomach, at strong to stronger doses, not recklessly high doses, but what I call effective doses, alone. And this last thing just seems to throw people, this alone. It tells me what a triple Scorpio I must be, that so many people are absolutely horrified of the idea of taking a psychedelic alone, when I wouldn't, you'd have to twist my arm to get me to take it with someone. Because if I take it with someone, it's inevitably going to be about them. And I may not want that much of them in my life, Even if I take it with someone and they never say a word, and we both lie side by side not touching, I don't drift deeply into my trip. I find myself listening. Are they breathing? I can't hear them breathing. But now, so maybe they're dead, but maybe I just can't hear them. So if I disturb them, that's not cool. On the other hand, if they're dying, and as a courtesy, and then my mind just, it just goes into a tizzy. Well, maybe you're not as neurotic as I am. But, yeah. That's a good one. What I would say is just make sure you are really in nature. Because the reason I stopped taking LSD outside, or psychedelics outside, was because every time I would take it, something so weird would happen that I just could not stand it. Usually having to do with another person, usually a stranger. I mean, you can go up to the top of Mount Whitney, look around, make sure nobody is there, drop, and within 15 minutes, the ranger wants to see the camping permit, the Army is doing helicopter maneuvers, 30 Cub Scouts show up. I mean, it's uncanny. So and some people like to do that. I mean, some people's idea of a good time is to take 500 mics of LSD and wander around lower Manhattan meeting people.